From hacking his university and spending 6 months in prison to becoming one of the best ethical hackers in the world. My guest for today breaks into banks for a living, and I don't just mean hacking. Companies hire him to reveal the parts that need more security, and this also involves jumping through fences, hacking the most secure rooms of banks, companies, and many corporations, making friends with employees so they can reveal specific passwords to them, and of course also hacking. Our episode today looked more like spy movie territory. He hacked a company in real time when he was speaking at a conference in 8 minutes to reveal just how easy it is for an experienced hacker to access your systems. We talk about whether or not digital privacy is still there. How can people protect themselves? How can business owners protect their business? Can they hack you just by viewing a website without even clicking anything? Can Apple products actually be hacked? Do VPNs work? Are there rooms by the most powerful countries in the world with hundreds of people in a room building AI software to perform cyber attacks to governments, potentially? In this podcast, we talk about everything. Whether or not you are interested in providing safety for yourself and your family, or you are just curious to see how hacking actually works in real life, it was much more like a movie than I thought. Then this episode is for you. I am extremely sad to inform that I had a lot of technical difficulties, which makes me want to reconsider the podcast software I'm using. But you will see my image being stuck a lot of times during that podcast episode. However, it's not really terrible because we are here to see Alexis speak, not me, and you're not really missing anything from seeing my stupid face. And if you clicked on this episode, then I know you're someone who came here to watch it for the value and not for the visuals. With that said, I'm presenting you Alexis. Did you actually use to hack banks?
Yes, yes. Um, that's actually my job previously before I built the Kinesec. So yes.
And what exactly did you do? How does that go?
Okay, so way back more than a decade ago, I was kicked out in my college because of hacking. I got a juvenile, or you can say prison, for 6 months. And then after that, I created my first company, and that already got sold right now, which is the cryptors that build Hakuna, Babla, and stuff like that. And then after that, I went to Germany and do the hacking per se, dig deeper on the hacking, where we hack organizations, government agencies, banks, and a lot of other stuffs. So technically, we're not just hacking them in the cyberspace; we're also hacking them physically. Where, for example, there's a bank where we need to go over the fence or go over the parking inside, and then just tailgate whenever there's someone who go outside, and then go inside, and then try to what do you call this you know uh, insert our payload, or insert our Raspberry Pi that has a Kali Linux that connect back to us via a VPN, or via an LTE SIM in there that has VPN, so that whenever we connect it to the inside the company, even if we are outside, we can still connect to that Raspberry Pi and access the whole network of the whole bank. So
Wow.
yes, that's what we actually do, and most of the case, I mean, in my experience, most of it is a 100% success, where we can get inside and then get domain admin access within the whole network, which is, I think, one of the highest access that that you can have within hacking a network. And then, yeah, I mean, there's some missions that is specific for some companies. Like, for example, you need to bypass the CEO or VIP level, or VIP rooms and stuff like that, which is very, very secure for them. And yeah, we can still go inside in there and bypass it. So yes,
So
it's like,
basically, the bank
yeah,
hires you to hack them so that you can reveal the points that need more security.
yes, yes, yes.
And
N-
when you got kicked out of university, did you hack the university? What happened?
Uh, I was hacked I was kicked out because of hacking. Yeah, I think I didn't mention that, but yeah, because of hacking. So yeah, that's why I was imprisoned after one. So yeah.
Wow. All right. So let's have some kind of intro to cybersecurity.
Okay.
So most people's idea of a hiker is a guy with a black hat in a dark room typing a lot of fast
hmm
words and
hmm
stealing credit card information. How does hacking actually look in real life?
Well, hacking is usually 90% information gathering, and the 10% is the I think what people imagine is like gaining access and getting inside and do a lot of fun things. So technically, information gathering is because for example, when you do physical pen tests, you need to be uh, in a location or similar location where it's nearby, where you can see what time those people are going in and going out, and what time the cleaner cleans everything, stuff like that. So it's more information gathering. Also, whenever you do social engineering, like the phishing stuff like that, so you need to gather a lot of information. What's the naming scheme of the email? And stuff like that. And what are, even in the social media, you can get a lot of things in there. Like, for example, they took a picture in their office and you saw that they are using this printer. This is specific brand of printer. Then now I can go inside that company, bypass them by, posing as that specific printer guy that is within that brand, and just tell them that, hey, we're currently doing maintenance and a lot of this kind of printer, and then as of now, here's the printer that we wanted to check and blah 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 and stuff like that. Can we go to the printers that you have? And then they will let us in, and then go. We will now go to the printers and do our thing. And usually they will just let us in there, and they will just let us do our job in the printer, and not letting them know that we're already inserting all of our payloads and all of the hacking shits that we are doing.
So the
So
people that hire you know what you're gonna do, but everybody else in the company has no idea.
yes,
That's insane.
there's
That's like
only yeah,
CIA
there's
type.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. All right. So for the average person, Google
hmm
searches and browser history, private conversations, pictures, are people as secure as they think, or are they in danger?
Say this: there's no 100% secure in cyberspace. Everyone, just like people, has has imperfection, and also with the technology, which is created by humans also. And yeah, as of now, I think there's a lot more attack vectors or attack strategies that can be applied to each individuals and stuff like that, because of AI and a lot of advancement that is going on right now. So yeah, I mean, we're not really safe, but yeah, it depends on your routines and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Are you aiming to create systems of anti fragility where the more they are attacked, the stronger they become?
Um, Depends on how they react on the attack. So if they what do you call this? If they protect themselves or improve their security after they get attacked, then probably they will be much better. They will be secure. However, there are some companies, there are some organizations that if they get attacked, they will not really do something about it, or just shut down the computers that they have and then not use those computers and then just buy a new one. So I think that's not really good, and they will still be insecure afterwards because they will still maintain the same strategies and same principles that they have when they got hacked. So
Mm.
yes, those people that is improving their security and learning from it, then I think those are much better. Or
I have heard that it takes, for what takes 1,000 hours to secure, it takes about an hour to hack from somebody experienced. Is that true?
well, it depends. It depends on how easy or how hard the exploit can be. But for example, we have an example of a client where they are a big company, but because their API key is publicly available, like our AI agent hacker saw it flawlessly. I mean, very easy and with not much effort in just 8 minutes, and you know those
Eight
API
minutes.
keys. Yes, those API keys can already be used to send for example, a recent API key uh, used by that AI agent hacker of ours to email us using the client's domain email. So it's like telling us like, "Hey boss, I'm your bot, and I am emailing you from the client's email. We got super admin, and we got API keys and stuff like that." So yeah, it's kind of scary, and at the same time, yes, it can be easy sometime. But if ever that the company is mature, then it can be hard. Whenever you try it in companies that has security team and has been securing their themselves continuously. So
Mm,
yes.
mm. Um, in regards to the dark web, what exactly is the dark web, and is it actually like an entirely different digital world that exists at the same time?
Okay, so we have the surface web, deep web, and the dark web. So technically, surface web is what we see publicly within what we search and blah blah. And then deep web is like the information that cannot be accessed by the search engine, by the indexing and stuff like that. But you can have access to it by logging in, authentication, and invites and a lot of other stuff. And then there's this dark web where a lot of illegal things is happening, like in the Tor network and blah blah. And yeah, I think yes, this is another world for those things that might be illegal or that might need some privacy and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, as of now, y- yeah, I think that's my understanding of the dark web, and
Mm.
a lot of things is going on in there. Selling of hacking services where you can you can pay some hackers to hack someone's social media and stuff like that, and paying someone for firearms and stuff like that. But there's also a lot of what do you call this scams in there that because they're untraceable. So technically, you should be very very careful also when you're buying something in the.
Yeah, yeah. I know a lot of people who downloaded Tor browser and they started bragging like I got access in the dark web. But even without knowing anything about computer science, I would imagine that they are kinda exposed if they don't know what they're doing. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
By just visiting a website, especially if your browser is outdated, then you can already get hacked. Your computer can already get hacked with some kind of a zero-click remote code execution exploit.
Wow. Is it true that Apple products do not get hacked and only Windows and Android products
No,
get
no,
hacked?
no,
No.
no. It's not really true. There's a lot of CVEs already for Apple products and stuff like that. So it's not really true. I mean, you can just Google it right now, CVE for Apple products, and you will see a lot of things already, a lot of exploits. And the thing that I'm talking about a while ago, where there's zero clicks and stuff like that. The malware, it's there's a malware called Pegasus. Uh, it's for the what do you call this? It's a it's like a for the SMS within the Apple and stuff like that. Uh, iMessage, and then they can already have some access, with your phone afterwards, by just viewing it and viewing the message and stuff like that. So yeah, and you're not safe. I mean, you're not really fully secure by just using Apple product.
Yeah, yeah. So, do we have any digital privacy left, or is it all gone already?
I mean, it's all gone. I mean, uh, here we're talking right now, and somebody might be listening. Might be checking on us or monitoring on us, because yeah, everything is that's why there's a lot of product right now that is like being used to, for example, cancel the audio that when you're talking, because the other product or the other devices that you have is listening, so they can you know uh tailor their ads within your liking and stuff like that. So yeah.
All right, all right. A bit uh, devastating to learn, but fair enough. Um, I find it really interesting what you said in the beginning about the fact that a huge part of hacking is not the, stereotypical typing type
Yeah.
of thing, but it's actually psychology and getting information on somebody and leveraging this information in a strategic manner. I find it really interesting that a big part of hacking is psychological. I couldn't have imagined it. Um, is this the way that people also get hacked many times by a click that was phishing or manipulation or social engineering or these
Yes,
methods?
yes. Because realistically, hackers will hack you from the outside. And how can they get inside? And there's a saying in cybersecurity that the weakest link in the company or in an organization is people. And how, no matter how technical you are, if there is some guy that is so dumb, or just doesn't care about security, then your company or your organization will still get hacked, because of that someone who clicked the link, or that someone who you know uh, got a fish or something.
Yeah, yeah. Um, do VPNs offer the security that many of these companies that provide it claim?
Well, if ever that, depends on what kind of security you want. So if ever that you just don't want to be tracked, your IP addresses, and you want to block ads or something, then the VPN uh might work. But if ever that someone needs to track you, like the government, stuff like that, I mean, VPN can just give it to the government. Like even the VPN said that is within the Switzerland, and has a base in Switzerland. Even if they say that they are neutral, there are some cases, or there are some instances that they still give the data that you have within the government. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um, I watched the podcast of Lex Friedman and the owner of Telegram, Pavel Durov, and he was talking about how Telegram is the safest conversation app that you can have because it has encryption even from the people who own Telegram. What
Mhm.
structures make an app way safer than, let's say, Instagram chats or Viber, WhatsApp, any other platform that doesn't have this level of encryption? What is actually happening?
Yeah, I think what they're talking about, what the Telegram founder is talking about, is, I think, the end-to-end encryption, where the only one that can know the message is like the receiver and the sender. but the one that is within the server or within the media or within the other the other users, that they won't have any access to that, so which is a really good thing for when it comes to encryption or encrypting messages and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, we don't we still don't know. I mean, there might still be something in there, but end-to-end encryption is, I think, a very good thing for a messaging app like Signal and
Yeah,
Telegram. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, we've seen a lot of social media hacking lately of people getting their Instagram accounts stolen or people getting their Facebook stolen. How is that different? And also, is there anything that people can do to protect themselves from that? Because if you are designing the defense system of a bank, for example, you can design it
And
as you wish. Instagram, however, is Instagram. You cannot really affect the structure that Instagram has built in. So, is there anything that people can do to be safer against this threat?
yes, first of all, always update your devices. I am pretty sure that a lot of the people, are so lazy to update their devices, their Apple devices, their Mac, or their laptop, their phone. Or sometimes other people doesn't want the new updates. That's why they are not updating stuff like that. However, this
Do
is
you
very
mean
important when it comes.
the device itself or the iOS of the device?
I'm I mean the device itself and the iOS or something. So why? Because there's a lot of security updates within those within those changes or within those updates, and having those security updates, it means that they are fixing an existing or very rampant malicious attacks that is currently in the wild right now. And having that update is like giving us a protection for those new exploits that is in the wild currently. And yeah, I mean, updating your devices will be one of those security measure that you can do in order to protect yourself from those hackers. Another thing is by not clicking something whenever you saw some what do you call this, some links. You can just copy the link first and then put it in a virus total or some other threat intel database, and then check from there if is this malicious or not. So most of the time that the virus total or the other threat intel database will tell you a lot of information about the link or about the domain, and you can have a verdict in there whether it's malicious or suspicious,
Mm.
or not really malicious thing. So yes, also whenever you are getting some emails, always check the domain of that specific email. Like, is it, if it's Microsoft, then is it Microsoft.com or not really Microsoft.com? So you should check it also. I mean, a lot of things within the email. You should check it and not just download some files, random files from the internet.
Yeah.
And yeah, another thing is the piracy. So I think a lot of people that is downloading in the internet, not just within not just with the piracy of some movie or application and stuff like that, but plainly downloading some files within the internet. If you are not, if that website is not known or not really trusted, then you should think twice before downloading that specific application, because you might be downloading already a Trojan or a malware that can fuck up your system.
Is there any way to know if you are hacked?
Hmm. I mean, this is very hard because you know it depends on what kind of malware that you have right now. But hmm. Well, in order for you to know if you're hacked, then you can go to some of the logs of your computer. Like for example, if there's someone that is doing this kind of things and you're not that one, then probably you're hacked already. Or if there is some, if there are no software that is using that, but it's in there, then probably you're hacked already. And then yeah, I mean, aside from the logs, um logs of the computer that you have and logs of your online accounts that you have. And yeah, always check all of those things because it's like a footprint for the hackers. And yeah.
Mm. Uh, have we reached the point where people should just have zero trust when they are interacting with the digital world and already assume before they interact that there might be compromise already?
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Uh, there must be zero trust in in anything, because even though even the trusted companies are getting hacked, so why should you trust? Even though
Yeah.
the yeah.
I want to get into the psychology of the hacker a little bit.
Okay.
What
Okay.
exactly is happening in a hacker's mind? And let's break it into two parts. Let's do a hacker who hacks maliciously and also a hacker who is doing it ethically to support some kind of
Hmm.
organization or structure.
Hmm. So let's go to the black hat hackers, because there's a black hat hackers and white hat hackers. Black hat are the malicious one, and the white hat are the good ones. So for the black hat hackers, um, usually the motivation, uh, I mean, for people like me back then when I was pretty young and just starting hacking, is mostly fame and fame and glory. Like if ever that I hack this school, like for example, my school back then, my college is one of the most secure college. It's like the MIT of the Philippines, blah blah. And then if you hack it, then you are one of the best guys. And then I'm just challenged, or a lot of black hat hackers back then is just a challenge and want fame or
Mm,
fame and glory, or sometimes it's curiosity. And there are some black hat hackers that is motivated by money because there's a lot of money. Like for example, some of the bank heist that is regarding hacking stuff like that. Yeah, uh, those are the motivations usually. And there are some uh, like nation state sponsored hackers that is motivated in gaining information in other countries and for espionage and stuff like that, so that they can be one step ahead against those countries. So yes, those, I think, what I can call black hat hackers. For the white hat, usually before doing any hack, we sign papers that they are allowing us to hack them, so that for example, especially in physical pentas, because in physical pentas, if we get caught, especially in Germany, because that's where we are doing it back then, um, they will need to call the police, and then you need to explain to the police. So technically you need that signed paper, that's what we call the jail, out of jail ticket or something, where you showed it to them and then, okay, call these guys, they are from this company and they are authorized, or they authorize us to do this kind of thing, so that we can get out of jail uh within that specific timeline. So yeah, that's one thing. And another thing is there's a scoping. So there are some scopes that the client doesn't want you to hack, and there are some assets that the client wants you to hack. So technically you should only hack all of those assets that you are allowed to hack. So that's also one thing. And then after that, you need to, yeah, do the hacking per se, just like what an attacker really do. However, most of the time you are not allowed to stop the whole operation
Mm.
of that company, because there are some attacks that stop the whole operation of the company, and it can cost them a lot of money. So you should also be careful with that. So yes, the black or the white hat hackers are thinking all of those things. So whenever they do some white hat hacking, and then they do report, and then in those reports, all of the findings on how to fix it is already in there. So yes.
Mm. Is there ever a circumstance where, in order to hack the parts that you need to hack, you also need to hack some of the parts that you shouldn't?
Um, we should not hack something that we shouldn't. So yeah.
How can you, as a person who doesn't have knowledge of information technology at all,
Mm.
what exactly are you looking for? How can you understand, like, this is something that I can hack, this is something that I shouldn't? Can you recognize different things? How does it work if you were to explain it to people with very limited technical knowledge of it?
Okay. So, for example, in network hacking, um, okay, you have access to the network already. Okay, either you get inside, or you fish someone from the inside. And once you're already inside, then you check all of the ports of those computers inside, and check if there is some ports that is vulnerable. So how can you say if it's vulnerable? So if it is outdated, or if it's communicating some data that should not be in there, or if there's an existing exploit for those ports, or those software that is running on those ports, then probably you can start with those things. And then afterwards is the gaining of access, or the exploitation, where you gather all of those information and then check how you can get inside, and make something out of it, like or escalate your privileges after that. So yes.
Yeah, it's probably getting the Wi-Fi is probably the question you never have to ask in any restaurant.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why, if ever that if you are in a restaurant and you need to hack it and stuff like that, then maybe you just distract the one that is in the cashier or something like that. Or if you go there when they are in on lunch or something, and then put your Raspberry Pi within some of the Ethernet port that is within their cashier or their computer. Or if ever that there are some other Ethernet cable within the facility, then you just put it in there, and then afterwards you go outside and then connect to that Raspberry Pi that has Kali Linux, and then let that Kali Linux scan the network inside, and then do all of your hacking. So
This is
yes.
this is insane. I remember seeing that guy who is extremely famous online talking about hacking. I don't remember his name right now, but I think he was on PBD's podcast, and he was talking about how a cable that he had that looked exactly like a cable you use to charge your phone actually had malware inside, and just by
Okay.
connecting it to your phone it hacked you. How does that work?
If It depends on how the connection is being made in there. Like if it is, is it a charging, or they need to connect the phone
He
via
said
wire
that
or
it,
something?
it charges your phone as any
Okay,
other charger
okay,
would, but it also has
okay,
some extra stuff.
okay. Then if it's charging, then possibly whenever you're charging something, of course there's exchange of electricity and stuff like that. And when there's electricity, there's ones and zeros in there that it might be just electricity. Sometimes it's not just electricity, but there's also data that's in there. So technically, when the hacker already compromised those ones and zeros and stuff like that, then they can already do a lot of things inside your phone. And yeah. uh,
Walk me through your personal story a little bit. I remember reading something that you wrote where you said you had a conversation with somebody and he asked you, what exactly are you building? And you didn't have a
yes.
specific answer.
So,
And this is
so
what prompted you to the other side.
yes. So actually, I had a book. I authored a book called Cyber Defender: The Power of Hacking. It's kind of my story of how I shifted from being a villain to a digital hero or something like that. And I in there you can see my journey in hacking. Like for example, um, yeah, I mean, I started back then uh, in hacking because I wanted to become a spy. However, back then I'm not really muscular or have a great physique. To I just played chess back then. So what I did is I learned hacking in order for me to still have some place in spy missions and stuff like that, or and some espionage. And then yeah, when I learned that, it's like holy shit, it's like I want to become a Batman or something.
Like you have
So
superpowers.
yes, yes. And I use a lot of those hacking in a lot of things. And one of those things is like some really bad things that just for fun and just for curiosity. And then yeah, I mean, when I went to my college and meet some mentor, that mentor like taught me how I can use those knowledge and good things. And then there's a lot of things happen in there, like like my passion for not really patriotic uh passion or something, but it's more of a, if like in Spider-Man, when it comes to when you know great response great when you have a great power, there's a great responsibility in there. And hacking is like a great power because you can control a lot of things. It's like you're the god of the digital world because you can control something that should not be. So yes, and in there, from getting kicked out, and then uh, realizing all of the things that I did. Then after that, I created my company, my first company, which is Cryptors, that raised cybersecurity awareness around the world, and created also the Hakuna that fights back against the hackers. Uh,
Are
you
these
know,
products that civilians can use, or are they meant just for big companies?
it's already sold. The technology is already sold. So Hakuna back then is an anti-hack mobile app where you can track hackers within the public Wi-Fi whenever you are in the public Wi-Fi, and then yeah, it automatically blocks and tracks the hacker per se, and then yeah, it gains millions of users worldwide, and then now it's sold, and now we have the Kinesec, which another thing for us to help the people. Like for example, uh as of now, there's an upcoming AI doomsday, or AI cyber doomsday, where the AI will be very very intelligent. However, if there are some guys that is really creating some AI hacker from a really powerful AI hacker, like for example some rogue nations or rogue states and stuff like that, then usually they can just command those AI, like AI weapons and stuff like that to do all of those things, and we're fucked. We're doomed. That's why in Kinosec we are creating the counter for that, just in case those AI hackers or those rogue nations and those rogue organizations will use AI hackers to cause some kind of AI doomsday. So yeah, we're gonna stop the end of the world.
Do you actually believe that there are rooms right now with people inside working on
Yes,
training AI agents on hacking
yes.
nations?
I mean, you can see it in some news and some of the attribution of the attacks currently, where there's a lot of attacks that has been attribute AI hacking attacks that's attribute to Russia, China, and a lot of North Korean uh, you know uh, locations, stuff like that. And with those kind of clues already and attribution and a lot of other malware, you can already say that it is already happening, and it's just a matter of time. Is it just is it in few months, in few years? We never know. But as long as we know that it is already existing right now, then we can do something about it by creating this kind of protection, or anti-doomsday cyber weapon that we are building to save humanity.
Do you think there is any kind of measure to see where are we, where are the hackers in terms of progress, and is there a back and forth competition of being a step above or a step below?
um to measure how far did they go already.
Yes, like for
I don't know.
example, are we
Yeah.
chasing after the hackers, or like is it that you're kind of on the same level and
Okay. So I think with the power of AI currently, the growth will be exponential, and I think it's pretty powerful already, and that's why our company is really working hard to keep up with those organizations, stuff like that, so we can really protect the people from this upcoming threat that may be imminent and maybe just lying around in a few months.
is
So
it
yes.
like sports, for example, where an athlete could do something that hasn't been done before, and then the other athletes that are training are gonna use this method and say it was never done before. What exactly did he do? How did he do it? Is it similar in hacking? Like you could see a hack and say, "Well, that's a new way that I hadn't seen before."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I mean, in hacking, it's like a lot of hackers are thinking outside of the box. So they are very smart people, and I really think that whenever there's some attacks that is went public, they can know how it works already in just a few days or few weeks, and with the power of AI, it can be much shorter. That's why as of now, it's like a race currently, and yes, it's just a matter of time.
Walk me through your business a little bit because, from my understanding, you started it very recently and it's like number one in the world at what you do, pen testing right
Yes,
now.
yes, yes, yes.
How did it come to be? What was your strategy and what kind of thinking patterns did you apply to make it number one in the world that fast?
Yeah. So technically, we are creating. I mean, the other autonomous pentas are just using third-party LLMs like Cloud, OpenAI, Gemini, and stuff like that. However, for our company, we are creating our own LLM that is focused on hacking, and the other third-party LLMs has limits. They're they have guardrails because they are not really used for hacking. But
Mm.
this thing that we are using, uh, doesn't have any limits. So in here, we are gaining the full potential of AI hacker in this specific LLM. We call that LLM Skynet. Don't ask me why. and what do you call this? Uh, in there, in our autonomous AI agent, that is doing the hack, it's not just it's not just the AI, but also we put millions of experience of that we have in the past decades of hacking and stuff like that. The thinking, instead of focusing on the tools and the strategy, we focus on the thinking, the strategy. So that for our AI agent, whatever they encounter, uh, they can have the capability to think like a hacker. Like, okay, so this is the problem. How can I solve this as a hacker?
Mm.
So it's something like that, and it's not really focusing on okay. We have this situation. You must put this command. It's something like that. It's not like that. So we are uh, teaching our AI agent to think like a hacker. And there's millions of possibilities that we already put it in there so that it can have a lot of variations uh, whenever it does some strategies and stuff like that.
So
So
you
yes,
incorporated a strategy of both big picture thinking and technical aspects to be able to
yes,
use
yes,
both.
yes, yes, yes.
Mm. And
And hopefully in the near future, it can it can have its own what do you call this, like
agent,
it can self learn or something.
mm. Do you think AI is agentic in this moment, or whether it could ever be?
Yes, yes, it is agentic.
Okay, okay. What's the craziest story that you've seen or experienced?
Experience in what sense?
Like having a wow factor in it.
With the product or with my
No,
pen test
in
career?
in general, a crazy hacking story.
Mm, mm. Crazy hacking story. Mm, because okay, okay. So there is this company that we infiltrate, and then there's this like what do you call this, like a metal storage that that they said that it's very secure and stuff like that. And then by just doing social engineering, we can get inside, and then uh just like
Can you
we
define
go.
social engineering and specify exactly what it is for the people who don't know social engineering?
uh, okay, so social engineering, uh I mean, our brains is like computer, and there's an input output, and if ever that you know how to program it, then probably you can already hack the brain or something like that. So social engineering is like hacking the brain of the people. So in here, in social engineering, especially for the infiltration, what we did in there is like, okay, when we go inside, it's like we just act like someone where very harmless and stuff like that, so that we will not raise some red flags with the reception and stuff like that. And then when we go inside, we leverage the kindness of the other people. Like for example, we will carry a lot of things so that the other people will open the door for us.
Mm.
So, so yes, that's a one thing. So that you can enter without a card, and then y- yes, another thing is for example, uh, like urgency. Whenever you tell them that, hey, we really need to fix this already, or else a lot of servers will go down and stuff like that. Then when you tell it to them, then most of the time they will run right away with you to go to the server room and give you access. And that's it. I mean, okay, you now have access to the server rack and stuff like that. And then you just plug in everything and then try to hack everything and from the inside, and then that's it. Their fault. So
Mhm.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's most of the yeah.
Okay, okay.
Eh,
Going back to your story, so there was this company with this room that was supposed to be very difficult to access.
yes, yes. And then yeah, we go social engineering with the reception, like, hey, we're printer guys and we just have an appointment, blah blah blah, and so on. And then we got inside, and then afterwards it's like we find some a lot of things to carry, and then uh in and then wait for someone uh to go in front of us, and then walk with them, and then just let us in. And then afterwards we find the metal storage that they have. It has locks and a lot of other stuffs. However, in lock picking, it's like there's this what do you call this principle that there are some pins inside the locks, and you just need to make it aligned, all of those pins while you're currently turning it and stuff like that. And for key boxes that they have, for the key boxes, the principle in there is whenever you touch the right side or the left side of the metal of each pin, it's like if there's a difference, because if there's a difference with the roughness and with the softness, or if there's a bump in there, then probably that's the thing that you're looking for. So technically, we also got all of those access in there. And for the metal storage, we got access in there, and then inside a lot of confidential data, passport photos, top top confidential, what do you call this, letters that we should not have, and medical records and stuff like that. So it's very very uh, you know uh, not so good for that specific client, and that client is a very very secure uh organization and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of thing, and there's also some safe that we open in there where you can just do wiggle, uh because in some safes there's this what do you call this hidden button, or hidden keyhole, that if you wiggle it with some tools that for wiggling, uh, and apply some pressure in there, then you can already what do you call this open it. And then there is some a lot of keys in there that you can put your clay in, and then put it like this, so that you can clone the key and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of things. And then in the technical side, I mean, I think that's the easiest part, because when you usually got connection inside the network, then it's pretty much easy to gain a domain admin access, especially if there's no NAC.
Do
So
you
yeah.
ever watch movies and think to yourself, like, this is not at all how it's happening in real life, or movies that actually get it on point and you think, wow, they got that right?
Yeah, I think Mr. Robot got it right in
Yeah?
some cases, because that's how we infiltrate some buildings and stuff like that. So, so yes, I feel like we're in movies sometimes. So, yes, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty
Wow.
exciting.
Well,
Yeah.
is there anything you want to share with people? Any message you want to pass through?
Uh, People. Um, when it comes to hacking, or when it comes to the security of they have,
In
or
general.
yeah, I think they should be vigilant. especially in today's you know i- in today's happenings. For example, whenever they view their email, their SMS, and stuff like that, be vigilant and clicking or viewing a web page, because by just viewing a web page, you can already get hacked because of some as I've told you, some zero click remote code execution exploits and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, always update your your software, your phone, your devices and stuff like that. So I think that's a very good thing already. And yeah, I mean, if ever that they want us to help in protecting the people in AI doomsday, then probably they should tell the what do you call this, what we're currently doing in some of the organizations that they know. And yeah, hopefully
Do
we can help
you
those.
do you think of ever building a product or a service for individual people, like somebody that is not an institution or a big organization, but he just wants to protect himself from a hacker or from being spied on?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, actually, I did that in my first company, which is Hakuna mobile app. I, yeah, but I don't think it's still in the store or something because
Mhm.
we got sold. So yeah, but I think there's a lot more. There's a lot of alternatives for
Mm.
that already. So yeah,
All
but
right,
sometime I think we will have a
a
thing or
second
a
a
product
second
for.
go. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Um, where can people find you? Where can people find your book? Where can people? Oh, I have one last question. I'm sorry. Uh,
Uh,
recently, in a seminar, you hacked everybody in the audience live.
no, not everybody. So I just asked them who wants to get hacked, and then there's someone who is very brave to want to get hacked, and then we hacked them, and we got some API keys and other stuff.
In
Yes,
real time live.
yes, yes,
How long
yes.
did it take?
I think around 20 minutes. Yes.
Wow. And you took control of their device?
No, no, we are not allowed. But just to show them the report that hey, the AI hacker agent escalated the privileges and get all of the API keys and stuff like that.
All right. Wow. Okay. Where can people find you? Your book, your work, your company?
Yeah. So my book is available for free. I think it's a very very fun reading for everyone who wants to know how the hacking journey of a young man from being a criminal to doing good things. So it's in alexislingad.org. You can see there the book, alexislingad.org. And then for updates, I think in LinkedIn they can see me, Alexis Lingad. And yeah, I
And
think yeah, that's it.
you're going to move to the residency in SF now?
Yes, in April 10th. My visa just got approved yesterday. So yes.
All right. Have a great beginning, and we'll all be following your work.
Yes. Thank you also.